What's up, my good people, and welcome back in to the Bully Ball Show on Sparks TV. I'm your host, Nino Sparks Sedan, aka the Mid-Range Bully. Now, jam-packed show for you as always. But before we get started, if it's your first time tapping in, or maybe you've tapped in before, go ahead, tap that like, tap that subscribe, tap that notification bell. Stay tapped in. Let's get it. Now, today I want to do a little video on the home team, my Los Angeles Lakers. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting on me to break this shit down. The Christian Wood signing, the extension for Vanderbilt, the Anthony Davis, what he's going to be bringing to the table, what position he's going to be playing. I've done other videos on that, but I haven't really gone into depth on what this Lakers lineup is going to look like. And when I say the lineup, I mean the starting lineup. I mean the bench, what rotations, and the depth lineup. You know we got to have a depth lineup. What's that lineup that we're going to go to when it's time to stop fucking around and win the game? So here we go. Let's get this shit. Now, as I said before, the Lakers, we can't afford, and just real quick, because the shirt looks good. This is Support the Homies, my sister's brand. If you know it, you've seen me wear it many of times. This is the new joint. Go pick that up at supportthehomies.co, please. Now, back to the segment. Anthony Davis is the key, and he's been the key since we've traded for him. We just haven't been able to use that key. We're 1-4, some might say, but we know it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So as long as he's with us, we have a chance to win. As long as we got LeBron, we have a chance to win. And now you're seeing not just a team for this season, but a team that we can have for seasons to come and compete year after year. Build real continuity, as opposed to every year we're going out getting minimum contracts, waiting till the last minute, trying to look for the big name. Rob Pelinka, he didn't get caught up in the big name. He didn't get caught up in, another, let's try to build another super team. Nah, let's keep what we got. Let's make sure all the pieces fit. And let's make sure we have depth. And what we mean by depth, we're loaded at every position. Injuries are a part of the game. If somebody goes down, boom, the next man can step up. So what's it gonna look like? We know who's in the starting lineup, or who should be. We know what our backcourt is. D-Lo and AR-15. Like I said in past videos, I think AR-15 is going to be the number one option. It might not happen right away, or it might. But I don't see him deferring at any point. I think guys are going to defer to him this year. And that's why I think he can be the number one option. And he should be the number one option. Because outside LeBron and AD, he's the guy that can go get his own shot, get somebody else involved, run the offense, and he doesn't make bad decisions, limited turnovers. Now, the only question with Austin Reeves is the other end of the court. What is he going to give you defensively? But you've seen with this unit, him and D-Lo together, they can defend pretty nicely. What it's going to come down to is their individual defense. On nights where we have to play the Clippers, Memphis, OKC is coming, Sacramento, these teams where the backcourt, Denver, where the backcourt is like that. We didn't even talk about the East with Tatum and them. But I think this team not only can compete with anybody, but I think we're going to be at the top all season long. I think we're going to be dominant. But that's gonna be key. The next key is gonna who's gonna be that three. Because like I said, the Lakers, we can't afford to get cute. And what I mean by that is Anthony Davis, our best chance of winning is with Anthony Davis at the 5, LeBron at the 4, and a guy at the 3 that can guard not just multiple positions, but the team's other best player every night. Now, I think Vanderbilt getting that contract, I think that means he's that guy, at least for the start of the season. Now, I think if he's not knocking down that corner 3, if he ain't showing that development, that's when I think you'll see a Taurean Prince maybe slide in, and Vando might be coming off the bench. But playing starting AD at the 4, putting Christian Wood in there at the 5, that starting lineup, that looks good in the front court, but they're gonna be getting ate up. Because then that means LeBron's gonna be at the 3, Reeves at the 2, D'Angelo at the 1. If we're playing the Clippers, who's guarding Paul George? More importantly, who's guarding Kawhi Leonard? You're asking LeBron to guard Kawhi Leonard. That means Austin Reeves is going to be the sacrificial lamb. He's going to get ate up by Paul George. I'm sorry. If you've seen what the Europeans was doing to him, what you think PG going to do to him? And I love Austin Reeves. Like I just said, I can't give him no higher honor than him being the number 1 option on the Lakers, in my opinion. But that means you asking D'Angelo Russell to guard Russell Westbrook, or let's say he coming off the bench, D'Angelo guarding Terrence Mann. Vando has to be in the lineup, which means AD has to play the 5, or at least to start the game. Because if it was just the offense that we're looking for, then Christian Wood would still be coming off the bench, because if that's the case, you put Hachimura in the starting lineup. And we know D'Lo's not coming off the bench. So that means the starting lineup's going to consist of D'Angelo, AR-15, Vanderbilt, Bron, Anthony Davis. So what's the bench going to look like? I think you're in a position where you can keep one starter on the floor at all times. So let's run the scenario. Second quarter. Christian Wood at the 5. Anthony Davis, slide him back to the 4. Just to make him feel good. Now here's where it gets interesting. Who's that back? Oh, okay. Insert Hachimura, excuse me. Those last 2 spots is where it gets interesting. Because like I said, you're loaded at every position. So now it's based on necessity. What do you need? You gave Vincent, he's obviously going to play. But what position is he going to play? I like him at the 2. Y'all let me know. Do y'all see him more as the point guard, as the facilitator? Maybe he does have that to his game, but that's not what he was asked to do with the Heat. He was asked to be more of a scorer. Pick up that load. They didn't have it. They didn't have Tyler Hero, so they needed a guy to go get you buckets. So maybe he can be more of a facilitator. I see him as what he was doing with the Heat, getting buckets. Doesn't mean he can't still facilitate, but I like him at the 2. But let's say you want him as the point guard, as the backup point guard to D'Lo. So then that means I like a Max Christie to slide in at the 2. Now, can he create his own shot at a level to where he can be that guy in the second unit? Do you need that from him? Are you getting enough of that production in that second unit from Hachimura? You can just run the offense through him? Let him, Christian Wood, and AD do their thing? So maybe you want more of a defensive lineup. You go with a Gabe Vincent. I think Max Christie can be that dude defensively. And I think he has gotten better offensively. He showed some signs in the summer league. But I also like that rookie. There's something about Jalen Hood-Schifino that I'm fucking with. I'm rocking with him. So in that case, I like a Christian Wood at the 5, an AD at the 4 with that second unit. Hachimura, Gabe Vincent at the 2, and let Jalen Hood, let's see what the rookie got. At least for the first couple of games, let's see what he got. I don't think you draft a guy in the first round and not trade him, especially a team like the Lakers, if you're not going to play him. So he's going to be getting some runway. Either at that 1 or that 2 position, but the way he plays, he's the point. Let Gabe go do what he do. Rest AD. You could bring in a Cam Reddish. You could bring in a Taurean Prince. But like I said, I want one of them starters to always be in there. So then you can bring back LeBron, let him run with the second unit. Bring back a D-Lo, let him run with the second unit. But those two young buck, D-Lo and AR, those two, they're going to be playing heavy minutes. Hachimura, he's going to be playing heavy minutes. Because you need, so you can rest LeBron, you can rest AD. But at time, you can still play him with that second unit and still get him rest. But yeah, that's the lineup that I like, y'all. I like Anthony Davis at the 5, Bron at the 4, Vanderbilt at the 3, of course AR and D'Angelo Russell as your backcourt. That unit, I think, has the most continuity. I think they the most fluid as far as offense, as far as a half-court offense is concerned. You have multiple guys that can orchestrate. Hell, Anthony Davis can orchestrate the offense. And you don't have to worry about just dropping it to AD and let him run. Because like I said, AR, he ready to take that next leap. D'Angelo Russell, I think, is going to have a good year. He didn't have a bad year last year. Let's not just get hung up on the playoffs. He played damn good. When we went 18-8. He was a part of that. So I think he gonna have a good year. You know what the King gonna do. So it's all about those rotations. What's that gonna look like? That second unit, I like Christian Wood at the 5 and AD bringing him back to the 4 and putting Hachimura at that 3 where he should be. In those last 2 spots, I like a Gabe Vincent at the 2 and Schifino at the 1. But y'all let me know what y'all think. How do you think it's gonna roll out? Taurean Prince, he gonna play somewhere. But if you're a Max Christie, if you the young dude, if you the young fellas, this is your chance to separate yourself to say, hey, these dudes need to sit. They need to be, in case somebody get injured or something like that. Let's see what these young dudes got. We got our vets. And that, like I said, I think that starting unit, I think that's the most likely starting unit. Playing Jackson Hayes at the 5, that's not giving us much. It might give us some versatility on the defensive end, but our best chance defensively and offensively is with AD at the 5. Sorry to say, he don't got to play the whole game, like I just said, at the 5, but at least the start and the finish, he needs to be the 5. But now he's got backup. He's got comparable backup with a Jackson Hayes, with what's the other guy? Christian Wood, excuse me. Hachimura could play the 5 at times. I like Vando at the 5 in certain lineups. Let's think about what would they look like. What would that look like with a depth lineup? You could go. I would go big. I would go Christian Wood, AD, Hachimura, LeBron, AR-15. That's I don't see nobody fucking with that lineup. I don't see the Warriors fucking with that lineup. I don't see Denver fucking with that lineup. The Clippers damn sure can't fuck with it. That unit right there, you can play 5 out. You can switch everything on defense. Cause like I said, I think Austin Reeves, he gonna step up. He gonna show us something, not just on offense. We know what he gonna do on offense, but I think on defense he's gonna be a lot better this season. I'm riding with him. First time All-Star, most improved, #1 option on the Lakers. Said it in 3 other videos. We're gonna keep calling it, because when it happens, I'm gonna double back and say I told you so. But that's all I got for free, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section. What is the Lakers starting lineup gonna look like? What is the bench gonna look like? And what is your depth lineup gonna